So in Writer's Workshop today, we are going to have the kids choose one of their pre-writing papers to do their actual writing with. It's going to help them be organized. And if they want to do more than one, that's great. But if you don't have a printer to print up a Writer's Workshop paper, then you can easily just draw it yourself with the lines and a place for them to draw. We normally use a thin marker to keep them focused on the content rather than worrying about making mistakes and erasing and starting over. But I couldn't find a thin marker. I wouldn't use the thick ones because then it would just be a disaster. So I think they'll probably be fine with a pencil if that's what you have. And I'm not going to spend time on this video showing you how I would draw mine. I normally model the whole thing for them, but I am not going to spend the time doing that. It takes forever to load up these videos. So instead, our focus really is on this topic sentence and keeping that on its own. So this is the part that we want them to put first in their writing, and they need to come up with, they can't just write sports, and we don't want them to just write sports and list what their favorites are or whatever your topic is that they chose. So it could be something as simple as I like, we even use our finger as a finger space, and then finger space sports, and I'm just going to copy it from my green circle. They could put, and then don't forget the period. Our focus has been a capital, spaces between words, and periods at the end of sentences. Our focus is not on spelling. This is not a spelling lesson. We want them to not worry about that, or else they're not going to get any content down on the paper. They should be able to get the right sounds of the words down though, and that's really what the focus is. They're going to ask you how to spell things. Ask them to think about the word and not worry about spelling it right. Now, once they get that topic sentence down, maybe they want to put my favorite things to eat are treats if they're writing about, if they want to maybe do a little bit more of a challenge for a topic sentence, but we just want to get that part done. Then they can write about the other examples they have on their paper. Now, I would probably write, I chose these sports because, not because I play them, but because my kids do. So I would write about how, I think I would say that baseball, and even if they just writing the words doesn't have meaning, if they just list the words, they need to understand that. But if they put some connecting words in it with it, like and baseball, and they know and I get to the end of the line, so I'm going to continue on the next one. And basketball, I know ball, are, and that's a sight word, so they may know that one. Fun to watch. Okay, and then I might talk about my other two. My daughter, Lenny, plays, I know play, finger space, lacrosse. And then what if they say, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to talk about all of them. But the key really is to try and get all of these things down on the paper. If they filled up the whole thing and filled out the back, then maybe just have them pick out which 4 that they want to put in their writing. And actually even 3 is fine too. I'm not going to keep on going. I don't want to waste all this time on the video, but let's focus on getting capital letters at the beginning of sentences, spaces between words, words that don't have to be spelt right, but that do need to have the correct sounds in them as much as possible, periods at the end of the sentence, and do their words make sense or are they just listing them? And that'll kind of show us what stages of writing they're getting into or moving out of. If you have any questions, let me know. Have fun writing.